Well, here we are. Okay, why do I have the top cover off this engine harness? Well, fired it up yesterday. I mean, it was all right. Everything was good. Ran it one more time, and number 5 injector. How do you like that? But it's a reman injector. We just put it in. I had a question and a concern when I was putting them in. The green at the top of the injector, yeah, they're not consistent on those Ford remans. I mean, we took them all out of the box. Let me come over here and show you. We took them all. I mean, they're Ford remans. I got the old ones in here. They're Ford remans, and the green plastic was, whether or not that's an issue or not, it's noteworthy. I mean, honestly, some injectors might be better than others. You know, it's not far-fetched that a number 5 injector, because it's dead. Which, two sides of that question. You can still see a little bit down in there. That's number 3. But there's two sides to it. Okay, was there stuff in there? We put hoses on the fuel rails, commanded the pump on, cranked the engine over with the key on, and pumped fuel out through the fuel rail. I think we got that on video, didn't we? Okay, so what I'm at is number 5's completely dead. I'm going to show that here in a second. So either, even though we pump fuel through it, if something was in that fuel rail, maybe it kicked loose and it went in and killed number 5. Or we got a wiring issue. I've had a lot of issues right here because the turbo inlet pipe goes over, and I've had multiple trucks that are actually worn to bare copper right here. Multiple trucks, lots of them. So it's not far-fetched that we have an issue right here that is causing the number 5. Now the number 5, I can feel it, but the other ones honestly are so healthy that it barely even affects the engine, that you can barely hear it. Now I'll fire it up here in a second, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. 40 videos in, now we're still doing a diag. Let me show you this, hang on. All right, let's see what we got for codes here. It's ran for what, minute? Maybe 2 minutes. I don't know. Let's see what codes are in it. Well, let's just go through this together. Okay, mass airflow, that's fine. It wasn't plugged in. There's your one right there, cylinder 5. So, misfire. Okay, the alternator, yeah, glow plug control mods, yeah. None of those are issues. That one might be an issue. That one might be an issue, but it could be something with the programming because of the other master cylinder that we put on. Could be. Let's look around here. 700, was that idle? I threw that one right there with Ford even kicked on. Okay. All right, so cylinder 5. So that's what yeah, here we go. Hang on. Actually, since I got them, let's clear it real quick. That way when I fire it up, it's a fresh start. We don't have any cam or crank codes, but if you do have cam or crank codes inside of there, it will not run a power balance on the injectors, so keep that in mind. You go to do a cold start, and if you go to fire it up and you run codes before you fire it up and you see cam or crank, then you need to clear those codes because it could have been from either dead batteries, or it could be because of something other than the cam or crank sensors. But it will kill power balance. So if you do a fire up and say it's a cold start, then you have to shut the truck back off and clear the codes and then fire it back up again. So just remember that if anybody's hooked to it and you got cam or crank and you want to look at injectors, you better clear those codes first and hope they stay away, because if they come right back instantly, you won't be able to run a power balance. So that's just a thought. Yeah, I didn't really care and didn't plug into mass airflow, so whatever. I mean, it actually fires up pretty quick. Let's watch fuel rail pressure. I mean, we primed the crap out of it, and it hasn't ran very long, but watch this. Hang on. Let's watch how fast fuel rail pressure builds. Let me kick it off and back on so it cycles the fuel pump. Let's look in there. Watch how fast it builds. Now, compare this to the last video. Let's see when it's connected. Okay, it's connected. Here we go. Oh, not too fast, is it? Well, that's not bad. Okay, now let's go look at number 5. I mean, you got to remember, it has not left the bay yet. So that, that's pretty good when it comes to purging the air out of the system. 6.4s normally purge a little faster. Watch number 5. See, there you go, right there. Are you freaking serious? Okay, now let's kick this and then watch number 4. Watch where it goes when you kill it. Right there to where number 5's at. So number 5's dead, right? It all depends on, there's a lot of factors that will decide if this is dead or if it drops all the way down here and this is dead. So all the other injectors are so healthy, they're not letting 5 drop that far. But number 5, when you kick 4 off, it goes right to number 5 level. So that tells you the health of the engine. The rest of them are actually keeping number 5 up. If we had old crappy injectors and all these other ones, that number 5 would be way down here. So just a little thought. So now, right now, what we got is either wiring going to that number 5. Let's not false condemn an injector because we got wiring issues, or not even a joke, we could have freaking thrown fuel in it. Something nasty could have got on number 5 and plugged it. I mean, just like it did all the other ones. So number 5 was kind of like a casualty, you know, it was like a sacrifice. What do you call it in baseball? You know, had to throw them in there and see if that is the case, if it is from contamination actually physically clogging the inside of the injector. We tried to combat it. I've already went underneath it. Let's do this, hang on. All right, bear with me on the noise here. I'm gonna touch those wires a little bit. Tanner's draping the computer over here, and I'm gonna see that this is a first. That's what you gotta do. I mean, we can ohm test, we can do all kinds of stuff, but honestly, watch the graph and move the wires. I mean, if we get, you hear that? If we get any kind of response, here we go. Let's just see if we can. We should not get a response. If we don't, I'm gonna look at the injector because that's a brand new engine injector harness. It's not a new engine harness. If I don't get a response, I'm gonna look at that injector. Okay, I'm gonna call it. It's still missing. You guys saw me moving it. I'm not gonna believe, I mean, cylinder hell, it ain't nothing with that cylinder, it's that injector. So, look at that, what's dropping now? Which one just dropped? 6 going a little higher. All right, hang on. Okay, we got a little bit of injector knock going on. You can kind of hear it a little bit. It's gonna be number 5. See, number 5 not even moving. So this is one of them, let me kill it. That's enough, I'm good. So this is one of them instances right there where I know you guys think I'm just a belly aching little crybaby, but right here, you guys just watched it in real time. I put a set of injectors in it, put new injector harnesses, check the wires, I mean that's, and here we are. Now I gotta tear it apart to put a number 5 injector in it again to warranty it out when we just put it in. So, you know, it gets old doing stuff like this, but we got to do what we got to do. You know, we're only, I mean, we can't, I mean, it's a machine. Nothing's ever perfect. So we got to roll with the punches with it. But sometimes the punches just bam, 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 keep hitting us, you know? So yank it apart, do number 5. Let's put a number 5 in it. Who knows? I mean, I might even go ahead and throw the compression tester on it. Let's just do it. Who cares? I mean, whatever. You know, it's probably going to be about 390 pounds. Maybe a little better now because it's ran for about a couple minutes. So, thought I would just show that. You know, life is good. We get ups and downs like a freaking roller coaster. Yesterday it was all good. Everything's good. And today it's still all good, but not all the way good. So, you know, just now I'm gonna be the one, Medo, to take that injector out in the backyard and beat the crap out of myself with it. So, so what goes around comes around, right? All right, off the wall. Medo, did you order this? I don't know if you did or not. Those look good though. I mean, that looks freaking awesome. Rocket fish. I mean, I have heard of that, and I honestly, from what I have heard, I don't think they make a better RCA than this. So Medo, props to you. If you did order this, unless somebody else, I mean, I don't know if we're going to be playing guitar in the truck or not. Is that guitar stuff? I mean, I'm game. I don't know how to play the guitar. Tanner knows how to play the guitar a little bit. So if we're going to hook this up to something, shoot. We're gonna put a stage in the back of the truck. Is that what you're planning, Medo? Because if you ordered this, I mean, we might, yeah. All right, I just want to throw that in because if that is yours, let me know. The problem is they're not long enough. Because this is the exact wire we need, but we need it about 25 feet long. 8, 10, 16 feet. 16 feet would give us a whole bunch. We could actually route it under the carpet and hide it and have this wire. So we need this 16 foot long, unless you could splice onto it. That would be awesome. I'm gonna plan that right now. I'm gonna run this coming down to the bottom of the dash and you'll have a joint. Where am I gonna put it? Just to have, I mean, it's a bummer to have a joint on it, but we could do that to eliminate needing to get inside the dash again. That's what we would do. Maybe we'll run them both up and run the HDMI back too. Go ahead and run that one down. So he's got all these hooked to the radio, so he does not have to take the dash out to mess with the radio anymore. That'd be cool. Because I did go back and heat shrink all those, and I reinstalled the radio. You'll see that. It was kind of. I like it a lot better right now. That's for sure. It's kind of. I guess we could show it. No, we'll show it later. He'll see it when he takes the radio out if he ever needs to. But if he doesn't need to take the radio out, then you'll never know. But that is good stuff. I don't even know if your radio has a HDMI, but we're gonna go ahead and if it does, we're gonna hook that up, and you can always put a splice. They make connectors to make that an extension cable, so you could plug another HDMI in and plug it into an outsource. That'd be cool. All right, but I wanted to ask. Let me know if that is yours. If it's not yours, then we got delivered the wrong stuff from Amazon. Maybe I need to make a review on them, put it on Amazon affiliates.